So today was Memorial Day in the US, and in Canada it was Bret Hart Appreciation Night, but only if you downloaded the WWE app, of course.
Please don't start. The WWE is showing any social media thing to get noticed and out there. Tout, Twitter, now this.
Indeed, and we opened up this show with John Cena. Who else can open the show on Memorial Day other than Cena to make his first appearance for, 2 weeks now? And Cena seemed to change the match for the Payback pay-per-view to a 3-stage of hell match, lumberjack match, table match, and ambulance match. I think that'll be a better match than just the ambulance match, though, to be honest.
The ambulance match made sense following what happened at Extreme Rules, but to add more stipulation, bring back a match we've not seen in a very long time and use it in a professional main event way, I guess that's got its upliftings, yes.
Yeah, and then out came Ryback to accept, I guess. And then out comes Paul Heyman to introduce us to Curtis Axel to challenge John Cena to a match in our main event. I will say this, they at least, in the video package at the beginning, at least they tried to make it seem like Curtis Axel furthered Triple H's injury last week, and they actually made it try and seem as if he actually did it rather than it was just self-induced by Lesnar on Extreme Rules.
Even though they are trying to put him in a strong way, Triple H, John Cena, 2 top guys in the company, but I don't think the way they're doing it, you don't want to rush it. They did Ryback okay, but I just don't want to do too much with Axel.
At least John Cena versus Curtis Axel is a new match that we haven't seen before. Yay! Del Rio versus Big E, 3rd time in a week. They had a match on Raw, a match on main event, and this was the rubber match. And Del Rio wins after a roll-up because AJ decided to, her crazy self, to take the turnbuckle off, which ended up not helping Dee Langston.
Langston's turning face, Langston's turning face.
I don't fancy AJ anymore, I don't fancy AJ anymore. Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston for the US Championship, another rematch. Ambrose wins clean, thank God. I think this is exactly how it should have gone down. They're trying to get Kofi Kingston out of there, and I think Dean Ambrose getting the pin clean here is exactly what they had to do. No help from the Shield, just a completely clean pin.
Nice quick way down. Yes, both men look competitive in this, but now it's going down to the rematch is done. It finished cleanly. Now we need to find another feud for Ambrose before payback.
Payback, eh? We got 3 pay-per-views coming up. But Ambrose is apparently going to be facing Randy Orton on SmackDown. More about that later. Straight after this match, though, we got straight into the Tag Team Championship match between Team Hell No and Rollins and Reigns. This was actually a pretty good match, I felt. Reigns speared Daniel Bryan on the outside. Rollins actually gets the pin on Kane. You kind of feel that this match really is more about trying to tease tension between Kane and Daniel Bryan, while also allowing the Shield to move on to new challenges, which we think might be Sheamus and Orton.
A pretty strong match, but the thing that I've noticed a lot about this now feud is, like, before the match we had Bret Hart really putting over Daniel Bryan, putting over the tag team Hell No. So it does seem like the WWE are going to give Daniel Bryan that push again, and now I think it'll be done correctly because he's got the tag team behind him, Kane behind him, and he's got the fact that he's more aggressive now. So I'll say, yes, they're teasing this Kane-Daniel Bryan feud, but also it's to put Daniel Bryan in a stronger spot.
Even though I feel many will disagree with the fact they might push him as a heel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Daniel Bryan as a heel, do you think that's the best way of going around it? Let us know in the comment section. We had an update on Triple H. I think all we really need to know is that he's going to be back with us next week. So the whole concussion thing was kind of just... No, well, they haven't really. It's not really a long-term thing. It's just like, oh, he's going to be back next week.
Even though they're thinking of bringing back Triple H, we don't know what he's going to say, but the rumours are another match with Brock.
Yay, SummerSlam. Barrett versus Fandango with Miz as the special guest referee. Voted for via the WWE app.
Talk about the app. The WWE app now, yes, they're plugging the app, but there are numerous times throughout the match that we've just said, there's a little video package of wrestlers backstage giving their thoughts either on the match or something completely different.
Like the Bret Hart Appreciation Night. Imagine if, like, we were doing this review and all of a sudden the video just popped down at the bottom with, like, us backstage. Do you know what I mean? That's how stupid this sounds. Barrett versus Fandango. Fandango ends up winning after Miz gives the skull-crushing finale to Wade Barrett.
That was really, really stupid. The way they finished this match, it was like... Psh! Barrett, for some reason, instead of just pulling him out the way, shoves him to the ground, turns his back on the Miz. What do you expect's going to happen? I know it's to tease the feud and the hatred towards the Miz, but I didn't know why that had to be the finish. And plus, the fact that Fandango, yes, he got the attack afterwards, but I just thought the mess was a bit messy.
The mess was a bit messy.
Yeah, that's the way I put it.
And apparently Summer Rae pinned Fandango. What does that say about Barrett? I'm just saying. 3MB versus Carly and Tundra Funk. Didn't give a shit. It's highlight reel with Chris Jericho with Paul Heyman, of course. And the whole subject of this was about CM Punk. Jericho wanted to talk about CM Punk. To be honest, I kind of forgot that CM Punk wasn't there. You know, a lot of people are going to hate me for this. I really, like, if John Cena's not there, you know, but with CM Punk not there, I kind of forgot about CM Punk, to be honest.
With this, yes, it got to the point, but first they cancelled out, I want to speak to your guy. Went through each one, brought Lesnar into Punk. Jericho starts to want a match against CM Punk out the blue. Maybe they're going to use the whole best in the world again. And CM Punk not being there, some fans are like, oh, with him not being there, Cena's where he is now, and Punk should be, blah, blah. But I don't think this Jericho Punk feud's needed again.
Another Jericho Punk feud about the whole best in the world thing. Can we not come up with something a little bit more original? I guess the whole thing is that, you know, it's going to be in Chicago Payback, and, you know, is CM Punk going to be there, etc. That'll be how they build up to this, and it'll be good if they actually have him appear and return on a pay-per-view rather than, say, a Raw. But CM Punk and Chris Jericho, is that really the best way they can figure? I don't know. I'm just, you know, they'll probably have a good match, but match quality isn't everything, is it?
Well, we've seen them feud before. We know they can put on great matches, but I'm just really thinking the fact that it's going to be Punk's return. Jericho needs a win, so I'm just interested in how they do it and why they're doing it.
Caitlyn and Natalya versus the Bellas. All you need to know about this is the birthday girl Natalya, who you got sung to by Carly earlier on in the night, ended up losing in her home country.
Natalya 2 segments and birthday, Carly's awful singing, and they sing Happy Birthday Loser, yeah.
I had it on mute, actually, but there we go. We had a promo for Bray Wyatt. All you guys that have watched my NXT review, you know I am a massive fan of Bray Wyatt. I cannot wait to see how they bring this guy in.
They spacing out the talents quite nicely. The Shield, Damon Sandow, Ryback. They're doing it in a positive way. So when they bring him in, what direction is he going to go in? What's his reason for coming in? Hopefully they're all going to be pushed to the main event, attack main eventers. Hopefully he'll come in as a mid-card.
Hopefully he'll bring the family with him as well. Orton and Sheamus versus the Team Road Scholars, who apparently weren't a tag team, but then are a tag team, that weren't a tag team, and now are a tag team again.
The commentators make me laugh. Are you impressed with how the Road Scholars have been recently?
Not really, no. I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. Sheamus pins Damien Sandow. You have to think now that Orton and Sheamus are going to be the next contenders to the Shield for the tag titles. They've had history of them, and they ain't really doing too much right now. So that's probably where they're going to go, especially they've got Orton and Ambrose on SmackDown. So you kind of think that would be the direction they go, judging by what they've done here.
There's that, but again, when you do that, yeah, they might be the ones to put over the Shield, but we had the tease of Sheamus and the Damon Sandow. Again, it's a bit all over the place, but again, we need to lift up Team Road Scholars.
Axel Curtis versus John Cena in the main event. It's good that, before we get to the match, it's good that they've actually featured Axel Curtis and Paul Heyman in the opening segment and in the main event segment of this show. Last week it was all about Triple H. This week it was more about John Cena and Ryback. Of course, that is going to be the main event of Payback. But the bottom line is Curtis Axel got a count-out victory over John Cena and is once again featured in another main event. But the fans didn't really seem to care about this match. There must have been a fight or something in the crowd, because the crowd were really distracted during this match, I saw.
Again, you've got some, like, Axel Curtis, who definitely still needs to be put in a strong way. Axel Curtis.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
But he still needs time to be put over, because he's still fairly new. He's assigned Paul Heyman. There's John Cena. This match, again, it was a good way, because he's against another main eventer, and you don't get a pinned over by John Cena. So it did okay for Axel.
I thought he was going to say Alex Riley then. I was going to say, man, we're really dreaming here. An ambulance drives out to get Cena counted out, allowing Axel to get the count-out win. Ryback then attacks Cena from behind and then runs off as soon as John Cena gets the upper hand. again, I do not like what they're doing with the Ryback character. It's like this guy was a monster babyface. Why not make him a monster heel? I don't know. I just don't like what they're doing here. But the match itself, at Payback, the 3 Stage in Hell, should be pretty good. What were your overall thoughts on this Raw?
The first part started kicking off in a way like, okay, I'm watching something, I'm liking this. Then all of a sudden, it just drops and you've got all this filler or not very entertaining segments. Matches, okay, I give matches thumbs up, but I didn't like it by the end of Raw.
I'll say this: matches doesn't equal a good Raw. I'm sorry, that is so overrated. I spent most of this Raw actually with Raw on mute, and I was watching episodes of Off the Record with Vince McMahon and people like that because I really didn't care about Raw. That's all I can say. Leave us your thoughts on this comment section. Leave us your thoughts on this comment section of this show. And thank you very much for watching. I am Mr. Parkin, the man with the muscles. This guy sitting next to me is the man with the brains and wrestling insight, none other than NJ. And he's the eye candy of the British Fist as well, ladies. Thank you very much for watching. We are the British Fist.
Catching
indeed, and goodbye.